Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, I'm sweating already. That's a bit of a hike there, but I've just managed to reach Hor Point, which is where my last video finished from. And if you check in the top of the screen there, you'll see a link to that video, which was really tough. Really tough. I mean, there's a few that have been tough, but I think that one took the biscuit. It really did. So I've just landed at Hor Point. So I'm going to, have a wander around, see if I can find some compositions for some photographs, which I'll put on the screen. If I do find some photos, that is. And of course, round the corner there, off that headland, is St Ives, which is the most popular place, I reckon, in Cornwall. I mean, in summer, we avoid St Ives like the plague. It is mental. But then again, even at Christmas, it can be as bad. But I love St Ives, it's lovely. It's fantastic. But from Hor Point here, we're going to be finishing at Hayle Estuary. And in St Ives, there's quite a few beaches. So we'll be going on Porthmeor, and then at the end of Porthmeor you get a peninsula, which is called the island. Now it's not an island, but that's just the name. And then on the end of there you get St Nicholas's Chapel, which I think is what smugglers used back in the day. But then again, in Cornwall, what didn't smugglers use? I think everything was used by smugglers at one time. And then coming around the corner, oh my eye, we get Porthgwidden, and then we get Bamaluz, which is a really small beach, but it looks really nice. And then obviously we get the main harbour, where we get Smeatons Pier, which I'll take you on to and show you. It's all right, while I'm talking to you, I've just come across this, I don't know, is that a, well, obviously I'm not going to go down there, but I don't know if that's a mine shaft or whatever. God, dear me. And then we go around the corner from Smeatons Pier in the harbour, and we get Porthminster, I think it is the next beach. And then we go around the headland again, and then we get Carbis Bay. And Carbis Bay, when I was a kid, was one of my favourite beaches. I mean, the sand on there is soft, it's golden. It's just second to none, it really is. But again, it just gets really busy. So in the 2 years I've been living in Cornwall, I don't think we've ever been to Carbis Bay. Just gets manic in summer. And then continuing on round to Hayle, we get Porthkidney Beach and Hayle Estuary, which is where this little exploration video of mine will finish. So it's going to be quite full, it's going to be quite compact, but I'm hoping I've timed it right, because it's beginning of November, and like I said, St Ives gets packed in at Christmas, during Christmas time. So I might get around there before Christmas, but who knows, who knows. And obviously I've got the weather to contend with, but we'll see, we'll see. So yeah, hopefully you'll stick with me, and we'll see where we go. But here, this is Hor Point, and if I just go a bit closer, I like the looks of those rocks there with the white stripes in them. Looks quite smart. So yeah, that's round towards St Ives, and the island in the distance there is Godrevy Lighthouse. And then coming back around this way, that's heading west, if you like, back towards, well, eventually Land's End. And from here, I reckon that would be a good, probably close to a full day's hike around there to get to Land's End from there. And I have bumped into a few people when I've been doing these videos, especially that guy when he came round with a light rucksack on. I don't know if you remember that one, when he made me feel embarrassed. He was going from St Ives I can't remember now, I think it was round to sort of Sennen or Land's End. That's mad, that's mad. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna have a wander around and see if I can pick out some compositions to show you on screen. So I'll have a wander around for a few minutes. I might see if I can get down there onto those rocks in the bottom, see if I can find anything, and then we'll make our way back up the path along, and I think that point there is called Clodgy Point. So I'll take you onto there, and there's a big rock sticking up there on the end, I don't know if you can spot that, and see what Clodgy Point has to offer. Oh dear me. But yeah, as always, I'm starving. Absolutely. Oh, I can't get down there. I might have to go back round. So yeah, I'll come back to you in a sec. Oh dear. I decided to do something similar on this stretch of the Cornish coast to one of my previous videos, where I'm only going to take images in portrait orientation, because looking back through my library, the majority of my images are in landscape, so I thought doing it in portrait would test my skills even further. See, I've just had a wander around there, and the rocks that I spotted up there with the white stripes on them, as you get down closer, I must admit it looks like a sleeping dinosaur. So if I just spin you around, I don't know if you can see the shape of it. I'm assuming that's, well, to me that looks like its head that's just in the water, and then you can see its spine coming over the top, and then its tail here where this bit of water is here. So that gives me the impression of a sleeping dinosaur laid on top of the rock. So the composition I've set up on the back of my camera here is exactly what I've just shown you. So I've got the head at that end, and then the spine coming across here, and then his tail in the water just over the other side of that orange rock there, which is that one. So I thought that looked pretty cool. I mean, his head down there, let me just take you around his head, like like it's a real dinosaur. It might be, who knows, it could be a Cornish whatever, Cornish myth. Yeah, that little bit of rock there, just like his head just sat in the sea. I think that looks weird, interesting, but yeah, it just gives me the impression there's something laid there. So I'll take that image. Not sure what it'll come out like, but I'll put that on the screen and see what you think. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you think the same, if you see something different. I don't know, but that just gives me an impression of a sleeping dinosaur. Just don't come to life. So I'll drop that on the screen. Yeah, apologies for my strange interpretation there, but I just thought it looked like a scaly dinosaur or a scaly dragon just laid there slumped on the rocks. I'm not quite sure if any of you see the same, to be honest. Let me know down in the comments if you see something different. Yeah, so what I've just done now, I've clambered around these rocks. I can't believe I did that, to be honest, with my tripod and my camera. And I'm a believer in not trying to move position without putting your camera away first, but I know sometimes that doesn't happen. You need a quick shot. So I've clambered around the rocks, and I'm doing a portrait image just at the back of the creature. And I'll just put that on my screen there. So I've got that on my screen. I think it's starting to rain a bit though. So he's going away from me down into the water, and there's quite a lot going on in the foreground with these rocks and things. But yeah, like I said there, I do want to try and change up my photography as well as just doing landscapes. Because I think probably 90% of my images are landscapes. I want to try and do a lot more portrait photos. So, like I've just said, on this stretch of the coast, I want to try and do a lot more portrait images. So we'll see how we get on. So yeah, I'll put that image on the screen right now for you. So yeah, just finished a bit of filming down here on Hor Point, which is really nice. So I've now got to work my way out back through this lot to get back to the path to get round to Clodgy Point. So I've done a bit of drone footage there, and I've also took images of that dragon. I'm sure it's a dragon, I don't know what it is. It just looked weird laid there. But yeah, that's just what I saw in my eyes. I don't know if any of you guys can spot that, but if you can see something else, please let me know. But yeah, so I'm working my way back up this mammoth hill, up to the coast path to work my way around to Clodgy Point. I think that's how you pronounce it. It looks like how you pronounce it anyway. So let's get on there, and I'll come back to you when I get to the top of Everest. Oh, Jesus. Speech on there. Where do I go here? So I'm just walking along now the path towards Clodgy Point. Wow. And where's this go? There's loads of little, oh here we are, let me take you down here. So there's loads of little paths. That's Hor Point where I've just been down there and obviously just worked way along the path. But there's loads of little snickets as we call them, and well, not gennels, but let's just go on end here. just to show you a panorama. So we've got Hor Point, and then we're looking towards St Ives as I spin round, and then over the top there with the boulder on the end, not this, I think this is some sort of ruin, I think, just here, but where there's that big boulder, that's Clodgy Point. And then St Ives, I don't know if you can just see the Coast Guard building sticking up. St Ives is just round there. That's a nice view. Nice view. But yeah, let me know down below what you're having for breakfast. Yeah, or dinner or tea, or if you're sat in bed watching it, what you're eating. Let me know, because I'm really hungry again. It did go. My hunger did subside, but it's come back again. So just let me know what you're eating. Toast and jam, fry up, sausage and egg. Sausage and egg. Yeah, just drop a comment in the descriptions, in the messages below. Just a little comment, just to let me know what you're eating. So I'm just getting onto Clodgy Point, and St Ives is in the background there. I'll just get to this headland. Look at that sunrise. It was better a few minutes ago. That looks amazing. Absolutely fantastic. That's the Coast Guard. I think this is Porthmeor, I think. I can't remember which beach that is. There's quite a few, but yeah, I do get confused. So I'm going to just try. I think there's a guy camping down there with his tent, so I don't want to disturb him. But I'm just going to try going down onto the east side of Clodgy Point. I think that's how you pronounce it. Clodgy, C-L-O-D-G-Y. Don't quite know how else you could pronounce it, but yeah, Clodgy Point. That's a cracking view back there. Hor Point, where I started. Lots of boulders sticking up everywhere. But it looks pretty good from the air. So that's what I'm looking for now, is somewhere to base myself to take off from with me drone. But obviously I don't want to disturb that chap. If he's been sleeping overnight, let's just get down here. This might be a decent. It's a bit windy as well though, so should be alright though, I reckon. Should be alright. But yeah, I'm just trying to find a flattish spot to take off from. So, let's get down. I'm just looking at this little spot here, just in front of me here. That looks pretty good. Nice view. That's the massive boulder there that I could see from Hor Point. Let's just take you around here, just to show you the view again from a different angle. God, there's some cracking boulders. Look at the size of that one. Oh my days. This is like another world. I mean, you've got this one here, you got this one over here, you've got these two here. Oh, you've obviously got that one on the point there. Massive boulders. So yeah, I'm going to I think use that little bit of flat land to get my drone in the air to film Clodgy Point. So I'll get flying. Clodgy Point was an incredible spot, absolutely stunning with so much potential for some great shots. I spent a good half hour exploring, trying to find some compositions, but in the back of my mind I couldn't shake the thought that with every passing second the light was changing and getting better. It was a delicate balance between taking my time and not wanting to miss the magic. In moments like this, every decision is so important, and it's what makes photography so thrilling but also very stressful. That has just been out of this world. I mean, look at the sunlight. I know the camera, I don't think that, it doesn't in the back of the screen there, but the sunlight over St Ives was absolutely phenomenal. And I'll drop some pictures on the screen there of what I took. It was one of those perfect moments when you've got the clouds in the background, because it was a bit foggy coming over the top this morning. You got the clouds in the background, you got the blue sea, you got the golden sands, and of course the sun, and it was just one of those perfect moments where everything comes together. So that was, I think that was the best conditions of, I mean, I thought to myself this morning, I thought, oh God, do I go out? What do I do? Because I knew it was going to be a bit foggy and a bit grey, but I'm glad I did, because look at it. It's glorious blue sky. So, I must admit, I do watch the weather, but I must admit I don't pay much attention to it. And I use all the weather apps and all that rubbish. But, you know, it never sort of stays down here in Cornwall. It does move on pretty quick. So I'm going to now head in towards St Ives, and I'm on Clodgy Point at the minute. So cheers. Have you finished your breakfast? What did you have? Let me know what you had. But then again, do I want to know? Because I'll be jealous. And plus I think by the time I get into St Ives, I don't think anything will be open. So I won't be able to get any food. But not to worry, not to worry. But yeah, let me know what you're having for your breakfast, please. So yeah, so I'm gonna walk down here into St Ives. So I'll catch you a bit further on the path. And I'm going to take you around the point and show you St Nicholas's Chapel, and onto the harbour wall, onto Porthmeor Beach, around the harbour, and I'll show you St Ives. So I think we should get down there and have a look. So I'll speak to you in a sec. Eventually I've managed to work my way around onto the next point. I mean, over the top there is Clodgy Point, pardon the finger with me gloves on. And I don't quite know if this has got a name, but I think somewhere it has got a rock formation that looks like a man's face. I don't know if that one looks like a monkey. Like here, a monkey's face. I don't know if it's that one. But I think somewhere there's a rock that's supposed to look like a man's face, but I don't know which one it is. So, but what I'm doing here, I'm trying to do some telephoto shots of St Nicholas's Chapel, which is round the bay, and this is Porthmeor. And what I've got at the minute is my D7-200 set up with a 16-300 telephoto lens, and I'm zoomed in right there at 300, and I'm just waiting for the light to get a bit better, just to do a zoom shot of St Nicholas's Chapel, because I thought that would look pretty good. Stood up there in the air, quite promontory, if that's the word, don't know. But yeah, I just need the light to get a bit better. I mean, the clouds are moving this way, so over there. Yeah, so what I've got coming is all this greyness here. There's a few spots of blue sky, but we'll have to wait and see. But also I've got my beast, as I call it, my rocket launcher, which is me 150-600 Tamron telephoto lens, and if that's at 300mm, I reckon I'll be able to see right in that door. We'll see. But anyway, what I'll do, I'll wait for the light to get a bit better, and I'll take the shots and I'll put them on the screen, and I'll also show you what the image is like with me 600mm. Like I say, I reckon I can see right in through the doorway. But anyway, we'll see. So I'll come back to you in a sec when I've done that and the light's got a bit better, and then I'll take you around the bay and then down onto the beach there, which is lovely, as you can imagine. But it's really weird. It's nice, so it's really weird. It's, as you can imagine, it's quiet. Not many tourists around. Nowhere near as busy as it is in summer. But it always sort of picks up around Christmas. And I'm probably going to get round into the harbour probably around Christmas time, because it's middle of November now, so we'll have to see. So yeah, so I'll take these shots. I'll wait for the light to improve a touch, and then I'll take these shots and I'll put them on the screen, and then I'll come back to you a bit further around the coast, and after I've put my rocket launcher on, I'll show you what that's like. So I'll speak to you in a sec. Come on. My patience really paid off as I waited for the light to improve. The sky turned stunning, with the clouds forming almost perfectly, framing the scene beautifully. And then, just as the sun began to rise behind St Nicholas's Chapel, it cast a warm, golden glow that brought the whole scene to life. It felt like nature itself was composing the perfect backdrop for this moment. I felt blessed. Let me know in the comments below which is your favourite image. Just walking down the road down the seafront, and this is Porthmeor Beach in a sec. That's the Tate Modern, the gallery in St Ives, and I've come down that road there on from the point where I've just been. But yeah, this is Porthmeor, looking a bit windy and a bit blustery this morning. few people on, a few joggers on, a few dog walkers. Well, in fact, not that many. Well, we got 2 people, 3 people. So yeah, so it's obviously a bit windy and a bit cold. But yeah, that's the Tate Modern, which I've never been in, so I can't comment on how good or bad that is. But I am wanting just to get down onto the beach, but I think I might wait till I get a bit further around, because I don't want to take you up onto the island, up onto St Nicholas's Chapel, up on the top there, to show you the view back from St Nicholas's Chapel around the bay. But I've never been on there, so I don't quite know how you get to the top. I'm assuming there's going to be quite a well marked out path. But yeah, in summer we've been on here and it's just been chaos, absolute chaos. But it's a bit surreal. Just have me walking down and one man and his dog along the front down through St Ives. So it is what it is. So yeah, I'll see if I can get onto the end of here, take you down onto Porthmeor Beach, and then I'll see if I can get up to St Nicholas's Chapel on the end there. So I'll come back to you when I get onto the end. Morning. Yeah, St Ives is known for its galleries and food shops and cafes, so you can find a plethora of art galleries and things in St Ives. And what I remember was a little snicket, I think it's down here, where you get to the beach. Is it down there? Nope. Must be the next one. Oh, that's a gallery. Must be the next one. I mean, of course, when we come St Ives, we do have a wander around, but obviously we stick to the main routes, and this bag's coming a bit loose. Oh, but yeah, it's a bit on the blustery side. Where's it gone? Oh, it's down here, I think. Yeah, I think you must have to come off the other road and come down this one. But yeah, just walking down here to the front. But yeah, if any of you guys have been St Ives, just drop a note in the comments there as to what you thought. Is it your favourite place? Do you come here every year? Oh yeah, this is it. Do you come here every year on holiday? Do you live here? Have you moved here? Because we moved nearly 2 years now over at Marazion, and I love experiencing and getting out and seeing wild Cornwall, because it's a completely different place in winter. But yeah, this is where I think I remember to get onto the beach. Yep. Whew, that's a walk from around there. Oh, there's someone on there, look. Let me take you up here. Get a better view, I suppose. And I think this might be a way up onto St Nicholas's Chapel. Yeah, look around these steps. Oh, that's a nice view. I might do a photo of that from down here. I think down these steps. And that's the chapel at the top of there. Yeah, I think I'll do a photo of this because it was quite serene, and I've just been round at that point there doing those shots back at St Nicholas's Chapel. So yeah, I'll do an image of this, I'll drop it on the screen, and then we'll see if we can find his way up to St Nicholas's Chapel. Wow. And just look at this for a view. I've just come right round the headland now, and obviously I don't want to go too close because I don't know if these are likely to subside, but I doubt it. But yeah, look at that, looking back at the beach, Porthmeor Beach, and I've been on the point somewhere about there. Out there is Clodgy Point, and obviously St Nicholas's Chapel at the top. A lot of people walking dogs, as you can imagine. Yeah, it's a nice brisk morning to take your dog for a walk. Really nice. Some fair waves coming as well. I don't know if this is a surfing beach or not, but I have seen a few on here before, but I mean the waves look probably 3 feet. Whether or not that's a decent swell, if that's the correct word. I'm not a surfer. I don't know. So well, yeah, let's try and get up to St Nicholas's Chapel. I know there is a path that goes all the way around the island, but obviously I'm going to take you up to the top there and show you around the top. So let's see if we can get around here. Yeah, getting quite far now around the path here. Coast Guard hut there is just in front of me, and that out there is looking out towards Godrevy Lighthouse, round to Hayle. And I want to get up to, well, you can't see it now, at the top of the hill there, St Nicholas's Chapel. So we'll see what we've got up this hill, up this rise. And I think here there's a bar, and I think you can get burger and chips or fajita or whatever, hopefully anyway, because I can feel my hunger starting to build again. Why's all these locks hung off this handrail? Don't quite know why. Oh well. But yeah, so I'll see if I can find this burger bar and satisfy my hunger. If not, I'll have to just drive home and have some fish and chips. To do with some bacon and egg with sausage, beans, tomatoes. Let's see how I get on. Oh my days. That's killed me, that has. Wow, what a view though. Look at St Ives over there. Whew. Oh, look at that sky. That's phenomenal. So yeah, let's get to St Nicholas's Chapel. And I'll come back to you when I've had some oxygen. Oh dear. Just getting up the pull, up one of the pulls to the chapel. And this is it. St Nicholas's Chapel. Now I don't think there's any record of this being built. And I think it was built, or they're saying it's built prior to the church down in St Ives. This ancient chapel of St Nicholas has just stood up on this site from the immemorial partial destroyed by horror of the World War Office in 1904. I don't know if you can go in at opening hours, so you can go in, but look at the view. Oh. Look at that view. Whew. Wow, it's a bit blustery. Really blustery. I'll just take you around all four sides. Oh dear. Oh, what a sunrise. What a sunrise. And that's the chapel. But it's quite nice, sat there on a nice warm summer's day. But yeah, that's Clodgy Point where I started out there. And then this one back here is where I've just done those telephoto zoom lens shots of the chapel here. And then Godrevy Lighthouse. And then Hayle Estuary. In fact, let me take you back around here where we finish. Oh, I don't think you'll be able to see it because of the sun. It's a bit too bright. Whew. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to. Well, it's bang in line with the sun on the sea. Hayle Estuary is about there. So we're going to pick up these other few beaches. Carbis Bay, I think it's Porthminster. Bamaluz, which I think is the one down here. So that looks amazing. Amazing. Glad I came up here on a morning like this morning. Absolutely out of this world. What a spot. You can see for miles. I mean, I bet you can see near as far as Newquay. Perranporth, which is another popular destination which we'll cover in a later video. But yeah, it looks really nice, St Ives. In the sunshine. I just can't stop walking up and down here. I'm sorry. Oh, it must get lit up at night as well, but that's quite nice to see it lit up at night. Yeah, there's a few lights kicking around. So, what we'll do, we'll head back down. I'll show you Bamaluz, I think it is Bamaluz Beach, and then you get Smeatons Pier, which is obviously then into the main harbour. So I think we'll take a hike back down here and then show you Bamaluz. So let's get moving. I don't know who told me there was a burger bar here, because they lied. But I bet there's plenty down in St Ives, but I bet they won't be open yet. Fish and chips. Loads of salt and vinegar. How does that sound? Sounds nice to me. Let's get moving, see if we can find one. Don't tell the wife. Yeah, I got this one wrong. This is Porthgwidden Beach. I think Bamaluz is the next one. But there's so many in St Ives. It's easy to get confused. And I did get confused. So yeah, this is Porthgwidden, which is, well, it's lovely, look. And I'm assuming these are all the chalets that are open in the summer that people use. A couple of people swimming. Someone paddling. Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. See here, Porthgwidden, which we've never been on. I think we've mainly been on, obviously, your traditional Carbis Bay, when we have managed to get on, because Carbis Bay car park is being reduced in size, because they built like an extension to a hotel, or I can't remember, a few years back. And I think that's where they have the G7. One year we were down on holiday before we moved. So yeah, Boris Johnson and all his cronies were there, and Biden. And I'm shooting back up there. So yeah, Porthgwidden, which is lovely. In fact, let me show you one here. I think this is Bamaluz. Let's have a wander on here and I'll come back to you on the end. Yeah, just walking around the coastal path, if you like, through the car park, which I think this is only for residents, right on the point. And just round this path, hopefully, which is just round the end of here, over this wall, is Bamaluz, which is a bit of a strange name, I know. So, oh, here we are, look up the steps, yes. And when the tide's out, which I think it is on its way out at the minute, look at that sand. That is quite a nice beach, and just up these steps here, so let me check up these steps. Oh. There is a footpath here, look, where you get down onto the beach, because quite often I've seen people on here from over on the harbour. I'm like, how do you get down there onto that beach? But I've discovered there's some steps down there onto the beach. That's lovely. Imagine living in one of those houses with this on your back garden. Wow, phenomenal. So I think what I'm going to do is push round onto the end of Smeatons Pier, and I want to do some photography of the harbour. So let's push on round there, and I'll take you onto the harbour wall, and I'll show you the view off the harbour wall, which, as you can imagine, it's rather picturesque. Yeah, I think that round there is, no, I think that one's Carbis Bay. I think this is Porthminster, this beach, Carbis Bay, and then we get round to Hayle where those three red lights, so I don't know if you can spot those on camera. And that's where this particular video will finish there, round at Hayle Estuary. So let's get down onto Smeatons Pier and we'll do some photography down there. Let's get down there. Morning.
As I stood on the harbour wall in St Ives, I knew this would be my last filming session before Christmas. The festive season, shorter days and unpredictable weather called for a brief pause, a chance to step back, reflect and maybe eat too many mince pies. Honestly, between turkey sandwiches and the Christmas pudding, I'm surprised I didn't need to upgrade my tripod to hold me steady. But now, with the new year behind me and my waistline slowly recovering, it's time to pick up right where I left off. From the calm beauty of St Ives, my journey continues along the coast towards Hayle, uncovering more of Cornwall's stunning scenery. So let's dive back in and see what this next stretch of the coastline has to offer.
So yeah, just got down onto the pier after that short little break with the weather, and I've got my camera set up. I've got my Z6, and I'm doing a time lapse, and I've also got my D7 200. I've just done some shots there of St Law's Church in the background, and I'm sort of initially starting on the seaward side of the harbour wall on the Smeatons Pier. And as the sun comes up, I'm going to move around and take some shots harbour side, because I know you've got the lifeboat house on the other side there in front of the church, and you've got the ramp down there into the harbour, and of course you've got all the fishing boats and things. And it's not that busy this morning, so I was hoping maybe a few of these boats were going to come out and I can get some pictures. But yeah, it's not been that busy. But such is life, such is life. So yeah, so I'm going to take these few more pictures. If they're any good, I'll put them on the screen. But if not, I'll take you back round the harbour, and I'll take onto the, I think it's called the West Pier. Well, there's a boat coming in now. It's called the West Pier, which is just down the side of the lifeboat house. So I'll take you on there and show you on there. But yeah, I'm just doing some long exposures of the sunrise over Godrevy and Hayle Estuary. So you've got Hayle Estuary. I think you've got up and Porthtowns, Godrevy Lighthouse. And Hayle Estuary is probably just somewhere about there where the sun comes up. So yeah, I'll stick those images up on the screen, and then we'll get moving on round to the side of the harbour. So I'll come back to you around there. So I've just got onto the West Pier, and I've just walked round the harbour, and I've come down the pier here. There's the lifeboat house there, you can see, with the RNLI flag on the top, and then you've got St Lars Church there in the background. And I was just been on Smeatons, and I've come all the way up Smeatons, along the harbour there, along the road, and then just come down here. But this sunrise is delicious, I must say. I mean, look at that for a sunrise. And I'm just doing some cracking shots here every few seconds. It is just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I don't know if you can see it on the back of the camera, probably not. The colours in the sky I don't know, I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, there's quite a lot of cloud coming over, but I don't know if the sun just burns it away. But it's just phenomenal. So I'll drop some of these shots on the screen and then we'll get on moving round to Porthminster. Wow.
As I stood on the harbour wall, I found myself in absolute awe of the sky's ever-changing colours. Gold, pink, fiery orange, shifting so quickly. It was hard to keep up. I mean, I don't remember a sunrise like this for a very long time. I had to press the shutter button every 20 seconds or so as it was changing that quick, and I was determined to hold onto each brief and beautiful change in the colour of the sky.
Yeah, finished on the harbour there. Got some fantastic shots of the sunrise coming up here. But yeah, just walking round now to Porthminster, and this is the lifeboat house in here. I don't quite know if you can see the boat there. Looks like it's ready to go in case, because I've seen the lifeboat come in quite a few times in the harbour. And the bigger one, oh look at that, someone smashed the window. The bigger one's in there, you can't really see it behind the doors. But yeah, that's massive. I think it's one of those, morning. I think it's one of those self-righting lifeboats. But yeah, let's get round onto Porthminster. Yeah, Porthmeor Beach. This again is a lovely beach, lovely golden sands, and it's just around this corner. That's the steps there up to the train station car park, and just round this corner here, I think there's some steps. Oh, this bag weighs a ton. Oh yeah, check that out. Look at that. Reflection of the sun there on the sand and the water, on the damp sand. I think you can get down to the beach down here as well. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can make that out. They've stacked the sand up at the back of the beach there. That's like, it looks like 6 foot from here. Let's have a look at that. But I don't think this on here goes anywhere. I think it just goes to the end. I mean, obviously you can get down to the rocks, and I suppose you could do some nice photography off the rocks of the reflections of the sand and so forth. I don't know what the tide's doing. I'm not sure if it's coming in, going out, I don't know. But yeah, there's just a couple and a dog on the beach here today. Wow. Amazing. So let's take you down these steps, look. That's a nice view, I must admit. Down these next few steps. Be careful not to slip. Just down this last bit. Oh. Yeah, on the beach, Porthminster. Oh, lovely golden sand, look at that. That is amazing. I want to look at this though over here. It must be the It must be the engineer in me, I don't know. Oh, it's like walking on snow. My first footprints. Only you've walked on that bit of snow. I don't know if you remember doing that when you were a kid. When it snowed and you were the first one to walk on that bit of snow. Just reminds me of that. Yeah, why have they done this at the back of here? I don't know. Look at it. Unless it's for erosion or... Mind you, this sand here does look wet. At the bottom foot or so. God, that's as tall as me. Yeah. Don't quite know why they've done that. Like I said, unless it's, I don't know, for erosion. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, this is amazing. Whew. Absolutely amazing. I could stay here all day. Shame I've not got my deck chair. Only problem is, I don't think there's anywhere to get a bacon sandwich. Never mind. Never mind. See if I can take you just down to the water's edge. Just bear with me a sec, it's probably 30 yards in front of me. I love it, and again it's such a contrast to the summer months, as you can imagine. Smeatons Pier there in the background. In fact, the train station is here. It's just here. I don't know if you can see that white building. And the car park, it's quite a big car park, to be fair. I think it runs probably from those trees all the way along the top. I can just see the back of my car all the way along the top, and then you go up the ramp up to the road where those white houses are. So the car park is quite sizable, to be fair. It's probably bigger than Penzance one. Yeah, I love it. Next to the sea. Amazing. Amazing. Right, I think we'll head back up the steps. Oh, sweating. Because I don't know if there's any way you can get out. I mean, obviously with that big sand bar at the back there, I can't get up that. So I'm not sure if there's another path further along the beach there that I can get up and along the coast path again. So I'll have to probably go back to the steps, up and along at high level, and round onto this headland here. There's a guy stood on the headland at the top. Looks like he's got a camera. So yeah, I just don't want to leave this scene. I think Kitty's coming in because it's getting a bit closer to me. But yeah, I just don't want to leave. I don't want to leave this scene. It's lovely. It's lovely, quiet, peaceful. Just me and a couple of seagulls. Ooh. Water's getting a bit close. So yeah, so I want to make a dart for the steps before you see me on the local Southwest News being rescued by the lifeboat crew. And then I'll probably come back to you on the headland on the end of there. If of course I don't see anything interesting to show you beforehand. So yeah, I'll come back to you a bit further on. So I've just got round onto this headland. There's Porthminster just round the corner there, and it's a hive of activity because I've just photographed that guy in the boat, and I was stood here. I've got my camera set up. I'm doing some pictures of back at St Ives, and I'm obviously doing some more of the sunrise. And there's that guy there in the little fishing boat, and he came relatively close to me, probably 200 yards, and he was shouting and waving his arms. I'm like, there's no one else around, so I'm assuming He's shouting at me. So then he's like this off the back of the boat. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. He's like this off the back of the boat. So I got my zoom lens, I got my rocket launcher, and I fired it out just in front of where he was. And there was a pod of dolphins swimming alongside him. So I've took some photos of that. I'm not quite sure I've come out, but I will drop them on the screen. But it's difficult to tell what's a dolphin and what isn't because of the waves, and the sun is over yonder. Some of these waves, when you're looking through the viewfinder, they look like dolphins. So I was snapping away, tick, 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 tick. But I think I've got some dolphins when they were breaching, you know, as they come up to grab a breath of air. So I'm hoping I've got those. That was amazing. And also just down here, oh, they've gone now. It's like wildlife on one. There was a couple of dolphins just down in off that rock there. A couple of dolphins chilling. Couple of seals. So I'm just a bit excited, to be honest, because I don't see much wildlife, apart from your seagulls and your birds and all that. But I don't see much wildlife while I'm out. And I think that must be the first time maybe I've seen some dolphins. I mean, whether or not you see whales, I don't know. They'll probably be quite a lot further out to shore, offshore. But yeah, that's the sort of first time I've ever seen some wildlife. So I'll drop those pictures on the screen. Oh, the seal's just down there. Look, you probably can't see him because it does look the same sort of shape as a wave, in the sea. But I'll drop those pictures of the seals as well on the screen. But it's like a hive of wildlife activity. So I'll drop those on the screen, and then I'm going to get the drone in the air because it's coming a bit daylighter, a bit quicker now. So it's a bit calm this morning, so that's good. And then round the corner there is Carbis Bay. And then we'll work his way around to Hayle, and then eventually finish at Hayle, like I've said. So I'll drop those on the screen, and then we'll see where the next adventure takes us. So I'll come back to you in a sec. Yeah, those images of the dolphins weren't the best, I must admit, but it was really difficult to track them in the water. And as soon as that guy was pointing off the back of his boat to let me know there were some dolphins around, I had to quickly sort of jump into action and find them and zoom in and try and get the right exposure and all sorts of other rubbish, but I won't bother you with that. But yeah, practice makes perfect, I suppose, so hopefully in forthcoming videos I'll maybe see some more, who knows. So that has been an amazing morning there. Oh, the seal's still down in front of me. And the other one. See, I've had my drone up round St Ives Harbour, which is over to my left. I've been round to Carbis Bay, and I've got some shots there of the seals, and hopefully the dolphins will have come out pretty good. So I'm now obviously just packing up, and I'm going to work my way around to Carbis Bay to show you Carbis Bay. Hopefully in the sun if we get round there and it's still out. So I'm going to pack up, head back along the path and then round and down onto Carbis Bay. But yeah, it's been quite a nice morning, hive of activity. I've had a couple of longboats out, a couple of canoes have just gone past me, so it's been a nice morning. So let's get moving on. So yeah, just walking on the coast path there from Porthminster Point, where I've just been, and there's an amazing view out over the bay. There's Carbis Bay just down in front of me, and you can see right across to Hayle, Godrevy, and right up the coast, and the train line runs beneath me. There's quite a lot of trees, to be honest, that have seemed to have collapsed and landed on the fence in the recent storm. So just back up there, there's a lot of trees landed on the fence. But yeah, let's get round to Carbis Bay and see what we can see at Carbis Bay. I think the tide is just on the way out, so let's get round there. So here is a little footbridge that goes over the train line, the main line which runs from St Ives. I think it goes round to St Ives along the coast and follows the coastline round to St Ives, and then down in the bottom there is Carbis Bay Hotel, which looks lovely, to be fair. So we'll go down and take a look at that. And I think it's looks like high tide, but I thought it was on the way out, so let's get down there and have a look. Yeah, coming down now into the Carbis Bay Hotel complex, I think they call it. It's changed now a lot since I was here. Carbis Bay, as I said, was one of my favourite spots. We got these kind of paths, these kind of steps rather, come down from the coast path. With all these new apartments, you can't park under the bridge that you used to be able to do in Carbis Bay. It's all private now. It's 10 quid. 10 quid. So you see the sign there for the coast path. So it all looks rather nice and plush, and these are lodges. Yeah, it all looks rather nice. And I think this hotel on the right here is where they'll be all staying, all the world leaders for the G7. Yeah, see, they all look nice lodges and apartments to stay in, buildings. I think there's a few people in some of them. But that is what I remember used to be the only hotel here. All this, I don't quite remember what all this used to be. Is there access to the beach down there? Don't know. Oh yeah, G7, look. So I've not so much stayed here. And I've not been here for a good few years, to be honest, so it's a lot different to what I remember. Times change, things change. Do things improve or do things get worse? I don't know. Yeah, this is the car park that I remember you. they used to have to, oh, not used to have to park in, but you used to be able to park in, which is up there under the bridge. And when you get that green gate, I'm assuming that demarks the private car park of the hotel and the public car park, which, to be fair, is not very big at all for how busy Carbis Bay does get in the summer. It just gets mental. And I think I can get down onto the beach here. Yeah, here, look, you used to be able to park up there underneath the arch. And I think down here you get onto the beach. So almost car park here. Let's just go down and take up on the beach. This is a bit surreal for me because I've not been on Carbis Bay for years. I think there's a rowing club up at the top there getting ready. Oh wow, this looks weird. I don't remember any of this, to be fair. They've obviously improved the beach access. And it's high tide. Let's see if I can jump over this rock here without getting wet. Oh, I don't think I can. Oh! Yeah, got a wet foot, but never mind. So I just wanted to show you. I think that's a cafe there. And I think these are like the front of the apartments. Oh, look at it. Carbis Bay. Oh, that's coming a bit closer, that one is. Oh, it's so soft, this sand. So soft. It's like being on, I don't know, Copacabana Beach. Don't know, I've never been there neither, so I wouldn't know. So yeah, I've come round from Porthminster Point and I'm working my way around onto that headland there, and then just round the coast path to finish at Hayle. So I just want to see what's past the end of this. I don't know, concrete wall, retaining wall. Looks like it gets a bit wet as well and battered in the high seas. Oh, it continues on. Oh, these must be the shallows, look. Yeah. Don't quite know what that is. Carbis Bay, Delhi. Huh. I'm just thinking, at least I hope it's high tide. I don't want to get stuck on here. Mind you, I can shoot up that ramp. So yeah, so this is Carbis Bay. And like I said, when the tide goes out, it goes out for a fair distance. So it is quite a big beach at low tide. I don't quite know what's a bit further on. Whee! Yeah, lovely. There's another sort of little sand barrier here. Unless you do it on purpose to stop the sea getting any higher, I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, I don't know. It's just being shoved up against the back of there. So yeah, so that's Carbis Bay. So I think what we'll do... Oh, this bag's digging into my shoulder. Whew, I think what we'll do, we'll push on around to that headland and see if I can get my drone in the air for 20 minutes, half an hour. Get some aerial shots. So I'll come back to you a bit further on. The hike up from Carbis Bay was brutal. It was steep and it was enough to make me question all my life choices. My legs were on fire, my lungs were burning, and by the time I reached the top, I was feeling rather lightheaded. Just like I'd done a full leg day at the gym, but by accident. And it was definitely one of those climbs where you pretend to stop and admire the view, but really, you just need a breather. The bench at the top was a welcome sight. Check out my TikTok channel for that video. wonder where this goes to. Oh, let's have a look, shall we? It's just a little path that drops down off the coastal path there. It's a bit steep, steps are a bit steep, but look where it brings you out. Oh, well, it brings you out to the end of Carbis Bay, look. Oh, look at that for a spot. Might have to take a picture of that, I think. But I'm not going down those rocks because they look rather slippy. It's all the water running down, look, off the hills, straight into the sea. And yeah, you just come down those steps, which are quite steep though, to be fair. So yeah, I'll take it. Oh God, there's somebody swimming. Swimming club maybe? Don't know. But yeah, I'll take a picture of that. That looks rather picturesque with a little beach, unspoiled, no footsteps. Let's get further on the path. Oh dear. Oh my days. Whew. Those steps were a killer. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am absolutely shattered. That's the view I've got, which I must admit makes it worthwhile. And I'm just heading up here. Oh my God. I think I'm going to die. I mean, I walked up that road and that killed me. And I've just walked up those steps and that's killed me again. Oh my God. I want to get to this headland now to show you around the point into Hayle. I'll go back to you if I can talk. By this point, I was really struggling. I ached all over, my legs, feet and knees were close to collapsing, and the thought of jumping into the sea to cool down was very tempting. But I pressed on to Hor Point, determined to capture the sunrise. I think I've made it. I think I've made it. This is Hor Point, just on from Carbis Bay, or in between Carbis Bay and Hayle. I think I've made it. Oh yes. Oh yes, yes, yes. Bit of a steep drop down there below me into the sea. Nice and calm. Yes. God, that took it out of me though, that did. That really did. Whew. Just trying to work out where I can put my bag down and have 2 minutes. Oh, look at that for a view. I know you can't really see it because I suppose the sun is right in your face. But this down here is Porthkidney, in essence Hayle. Let me just take you to this little bit of mud slush here so I can show you off the end. Seas down there, back towards St Ives, out to Godrive, and then Hayle Estuary and Porthkidney in the sun, but I suppose you can't see that with the sun coming up there. So I'm just going to go back to the little clearing here that I saw just so I can have a coffee and gather my thoughts and catch my breath, because I'm knackered, absolutely. So I'll come back to you when I've found my feet and when I've just had 2 minutes. Wow, look at these guys here in these paddles. These look pretty good here. Let me just go down this path. Look at these guys. Look at that. Sailing, take me away. Yeah, not the best singer. Wow, I bet that's cool. I bet that's cool. So yeah, I'm just going to make camp here for 2 minutes.
After a much needed break and a coffee to bring me back to life, it was time to get the drone in the air, and my plan was to film as much as possible from Carbis Bay round to Porthkidney Beach while the sun was still shining. But in the back of my mind, I couldn't stop thinking about the inevitable hike back to Carbis Bay and back to my car. And at my age, if I stopped moving for too long, my joints and my muscles seize up like a rusty old gate. So I knew that the first step back up that hill was going to be interesting. And if the Carbis Bay Deli would have been open, I'd have probably cleared everything on the menu twice. You know, for recovery purposes, of course.
So that has been fantastic. What a little spot there to stick my bag on, that bit of flat land. I've got right around the bay. Like I said, Carbis Bay is around here, and I'm just making my way around now to Porthkidney Beach. And I got some low-level shots there of some kayakers that came around. Those that I filmed coming around the headland. Oh, that sun is so bright. It's a bit cold on here now because, well, I suppose I've been stood still for the last 20 minutes, half an hour. But yeah, I've got really cold now, and I think I've got a blister on one of my toes. God. Anyway, not to worry, not to worry. So yeah, I think the tide is on the turn. I think it's going out. So we'll have to see what it looks like when we get around there. And I've just seen is that a seal? I think there's a seal popping its head up there. One just popped its head up in front of where I was. Is that a seal or is it a buoy? Or is it a swimmer? Don't know, you won't be able to see if I turn my camera on. Yeah, you can see how bright it is. See, I'm just heading around now to, like I said, Porthkidney, which is just down in front of me here. And then Hayle Estuary, which is where this video finishes. So let's get on down into Porthkidney and see what we can see there.
As I make my way along the stunning southwest coast path towards Porthkidney Beach, I started to realise that this stretch of the coastline was starting to become one of my favourites. Wide open views, fresh sea air, and the sense of calm you only get when surrounded by nature. Now just a quick heads up here on this part of the video, unfortunately my microphone decided to stop working partway through filming, so for this last section I had to switch to my mobile phone, so I apologise for the drop in audio quality, but I didn't want to miss sharing this beautiful spot with you. Having said that, I kept going so that I could take in the views as we head down towards the beach.
Just a small little technical hitch again. Microphone's packed up, so I'm having to film this bit on my mobile. Apologies. So I've just come down the coast path there, and then you get to that little junction. There's a signpost up there, and you come down this path here, and I'm just walking down this route down to Porthkidney Beach. Oh, this sand is nice and soft. It's a bit of a squeeze through here. Oops, a daisy. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Just me on the beach. Oh wow. That is amazing. Oops, this sand. This sand is really soft, you have to watch where you're standing. Yeah, sorry for the video guys. My microphone's packed up. Again, I think I'm going to have to replace my GoPro, to be honest, because it's not very reliable, but anyway. So yeah, Porthkidney Beach. So this is where this particular stretch of the Cornish coast, this is where we finish this video, and I would like to thank you for watching, because I know it's a lengthy one, and when I started at the beginning round on Hor Point, that was mid-November, and now it's mid-February, so it's took me 3 months to film this one, and with dark mornings I can't get out and film as early as I want to, and obviously dark nights. We've been locked indoors for months on end, but I've finally done it. 3 months, and I'm finally here on Porthkidney Beach. Just me, on my own. So yeah, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you'd like to give the video a thumbs up, and please hit that subscribe button, that'll be fantastic. And also please check out my other social media channels, especially TikTok, where I put quite a lot of background videos on there of me sweating and coughing mainly. Yeah, what a place, what a place. And I'm not sure if there's another exit off the beach other than that one. I think I might have to walk for 1.5 miles around the coastline, so I'll see where it takes me. So yeah, so I'd like to thank you for watching. Take care. I'm from an amazing Porthkidney Beach. I will see you very soon on the next one. See you in a bit.